Ms. Gemma Mendoza, Head Research and Content Strategy of Rappler.
Good day. So, Maria couldn't be here. Unfortunately, she's stuck somewhere in a different disaster along EDSA. So, I'm here. I thought to share with you why we think it's very important to, when we are talking about hunger, malnutrition, why we need to tell stories. Naka-ano yata? Naka-off center. Okay. So, okay, so who here has read about this? The Anli Rice. Yes, so that was the latest trending topic online. Senator Villar, I think she was well-meaning, talks about Anli Rice, and she got bashed for it. But natatawa ko kayo. So she got bashed for it. Napaka daw nung ganong klaseng proposal when, di ba, there's so many things na mas importante. But we have actually like a few days after the controversy erupted in social media, we came out with this animated about precisely that issue, Anli Rice. And we thought kasi, what we pointed out in that animated editorial, so animated is our editorial where we talk about current issues and try to explain the significance of those issues. What we pointed out there is, the senator actually takes up a very important subject matter. What is that? Malnutrition. And diba, the fact that our diet is so focused on something of the rice staple. And actually, we took that up because years before, our reporter, Judith, she's been covering the issue for quite a while, and she actually interviewed. So FNRI was one of the resource institutions that we tapped for this. We were asking about Anli Rice. And this is what a story she wrote about. What is the problem with Anli Rice? If you go to that story again, there's quite a whole stream of conversation around it. People were debating about the issue. So this, I think, highlights why the media needs to be part of this whole conversation about food and nutrition security. So, normally po kasi, the media, as in disasters, Dr. Nandilum is here, so I will talk about, I'll mention disasters, but as in disasters, so normally, media go write about the things that are headline inducing. You know, things like dead bodies and mga things like the survey. So the focus usually is the survey on hunger. Yun yung madalas na napapansin. Like what's the level na, mga ganon. And tumaas ba or bumaba ba? So kung bumaba, parang good na yun, di ba? But what is not highlighted are things like, is it good that, I mean, if they are, hindi na kumakalamang sikmura nila, di ba? Kumakain na sila, does that mean we're good? And one of the things we found out when we were deep diving into this subject as part of our initiative, as part of this initiative we had with the DSWD and the WFP, was that there's more to the whole thing than just yung preventing yung kumakalam na sikmura. Kasi kahit hindi na kumakalam ang sikmura because di ba busog na sila, what exactly are we feeding them? Are we feeding their brains? Those are the things we learned. And it was a revelation for us that that whole in-depth dive into this issue, and we were able to touch base with a lot of you actually, a lot of people in this room probably. Looking at the whole issue and getting the public to be more and more engaged into the whole thing. The thing is, the moment that you start writing about it and then discussing about it, then the public learns more, and then the public starts to be more accepting of new policies that are being introduced. So one thing we realized with the conversation around the Anli rice was biglaan siya, parang napaka-out of the blue yung conversation. Walang preliminary conversations around ano ba yung dilemma right now. And there were a number of these conversations prior to the elections. Medyo nakalimutan lang. So I think that was the reason why when the public erupted in that manner, in relation to unreal rights, basically they were not prepared for it. So this is one thing that highlights, I think, the importance of getting the media involved, getting the media educated as well on the issues surrounding this very complex issue, complex problem that is hunger. And media also needs to play a role there, really learning more, because the more people learn, the way you introduce change is really by starting to explaining things to people. So that was one of and also we also did this survey with the WFP on food and nutrition, and we tried to explain what we found. So it's part of the deep dive. We tried to explain what we found during the survey to our audience in visual form. Why? Because the audience now is very visual when they communicate. It's not enough to talk in words and in text. So those are among the things, and I think that is very important in sustaining that, making sure that the storytelling continues. I think is very important when we're trying to introduce changes, like changes to policies or changes to behavior. Diba? What do people eat? Mas mahirap pa nga yun yung changing people's behavior, diba? I think, babalik ako kasi Dr. Sulido Misi, babalik ako doon. One of the things that one local government leader likes to say is yung isa daw na malaking problema sa disasters is sakit, tigas ng ulo. Ganun din yun sa hunger, I would think. Yung tigas ng ulo ng mga tao na thinking that certain things are good for them but actually they are not. So malaki po yung role ng media na gagampanan doon sa pag-i-explain and pagpa-parcel ng conversations into bite-sized pieces that the public can understand. So that little by little change is introduced. And when we're talking media, we're not just talking now of media, broadcast, print, the traditional media. As you well know, a very significant part of media now is digital media, social media. So that is very important as well. Being able to take part in the conversations there is important. So that is what we try to do at Raptor. We try to engage them, we try to understand how they understand the issues so that we can explain it better. Yun po yung tinatry natin gawin. And that is a constant process. So we hope that in your programs, you will continue to engage with us so that we are not uninformed and so that we don't misinform the others, diba? So that we will also be part of the solution to the problem. So that is very important. I'll leave you with this. This is an example of something that we did. It's a video to explain the problem of hunger that we did in the course of working on the project on hunger project. And this video won an award already for with Save the Children. So what if it's just an example of how we tell stories and how those things make a difference in coming up. So this is the video. It's an animated video.
That's about 1 in 8 people. 98% of the hungry live in developing countries. Not enough resources to
That
feed
lot
the
of
world.
people were not really stuff
It's
pala
just
that
that not all have access to food. Ironically, those most vulnerable to hunger are directly involved in food production. 1/2 of the hungry belong to small farming communities. Hunger persists because of conflict and war, natural disasters, climate change, and poverty. But hunger actually starts in the womb. Every year, 17 million children are born in the womb. Ideally, a minimum of 1,800 kilocalories a day should be consumed to be healthy. Yet many people go through days, weeks, and months living on much less. Undernourishment is the lack of enough energy and nutrients. It is a less visible form of hunger that affects mothers, children, urban and rural poor. Hunger continues to be a serious problem. 3.1 million children die of malnutrition each year. That's almost 45% of all deaths in children under 5 years old. But hunger can be stopped. You can do something about it. You just need to know how. Engage and help. Spark change. Stop hunger.
So that is the video, and just to give you an idea, on the first year of the Hunger Project, the content around it generated over 1 million page views on the website on content around hunger, and that was difficult to do, to be honest, because most usual, more than usually, people are more interested in entertainment, things like that. Yun po yung kalaban natin. So it is very important to be able to translate the content that we do, the research that you guys are doing, the ones that were presented here. It's very important to present those in engaging ways, in visual ways. And one way to do that is by continuing that conversation with us. Thank you very much.